So, hiya everybody. I suppose it's weird to hear my voice on a video instead of a stream. Anyway, I wanted to talk about my process a little bit for this monthly Patreon art. So, firstly, you might have noticed me actually bringing in a sketch I did by hand, and that was basically like a rough concept that I did, and I just used that to save time digitally. And sometimes I end up just having time to draw by hand, but not digitally, so I work by hand and then import that into Photoshop. And then I come in and, depending on the picture, I'll jump in and start doing my line art right away, which I've found, like, pretty fun. Other, like, techniques that you'll see me do, I use symmetry a lot in Photoshop. If you notice, I draw all of the nails that the characters wield in Hollow Knight with symmetry on, so I only have to draw half of it then, and it's so good. And I use liquify to fix things proportions quite a lot. Hornet's nail is so hard to draw. And then what you see me doing here is actually going through the game's texture files, which I originally got for my animation project, to use those for the background art and to get ideas. I'm using those to get the colors, like, directly from the game, rather than, like, I know I could look stuff up and just copy it in, but I thought it was more fun, you know? And how you see me coloring this is actually different from how I normally work. I usually put all of my flats and my elements, like, on one layer and don't play with as much overlapping as this, and that's mostly just because that, like, takes a lot of time to do, and I found it's just faster for me to work like this. But what I actually did for this piece is I made all of these separate elements, so the grass and each of the characters are separate pieces, so that I could actually separate them for sticker designs, which are up on my Redbubble if you wanted to only have Hornet, or only have the Knight, or just have both. You could totally do that. But yeah, so I think now that I'm working on doing that stuff, I want to talk a little bit about the concept for this, since we're now, like, most of the way through the video. I wanted to do something with, like, because I know the line, like, Divine will say in the Grim Troop DLC, if you dream nail her, she's like, oh, how Shadow and Fire will dance so nicely together. And I was like, well, what if it was Shadow and Silk? Because I haven't done anything to celebrate Silksong coming out, or, like, Silksong getting announced, so I really wanted to do something with that. But that line is just really cool, and I wanted to do a play on that. So here's Silk and Shadow's dance. My original concepts for this, which if you were on my Patreon, there was a lens clip for it, I think, showed a much longer layout of this image. I wanted to do something like showing a battle between them, but that idea just didn't work out. I'm trying to think if there's anything you want to ask me about my process, you know, go ahead and comment it down below. I would love to hear your thoughts or ask me stuff. I absolutely love talking to people. And, you know, if you enjoyed yourself and you want to see more of my content and see it early, go stop by my Patreon. Just pledging $1 a month will get you a whole bunch of content early, and you get a drawing just for becoming a patron. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up and let you enjoy the rest of this video. See ya!